I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good afternoon and welcome back to I Am Sure Sports. As usual, I am your host, none other than the mighty Manins Man. You understand me? Some people call me Gallins, man. I don't know where they get that from. You understand me? Because I am a proud recipient of the one burner. You understand me, trophy? You understand me? Because one burner does serve longer. You understand what I mean? You will have more gas for the stove. You know what I mean? But big up yourselves, people, on Super Friday. Welcome to all our subscribers, all our viewers. All right. We have a very, very special, intriguing, informative discussion that we'll be having with one of our top reggae boys, one who has made a tremendous mark in probably the last 3 to 4 years of his career. When you just look at his progression, he has improved so much and has become a fan favorite of the people to the point when they don't see him on the field, questions are being asked. And so we're going to just hear a little bit about his journey. But here's what, it is Super Friday. And on Super Friday, we ask all our viewers and subscribers to not just hit the like button, not just subscribe, not just share, but also to support the channel by super sticker and super chat. We also have a super thanks feature, and you can become a member. We have one super boss member thus far, and he's none other than the mighty Brain Drain. But I don't want to prolong this because, you know, we have Reggae Girls game coming up, and I mean, he's just coming from training, and he has a big game tomorrow where he'll be taking on a man who has been trying to get into the diplomatic corps, but this man holds the key to the diplomatic order, and they have refused to let in Mr. Javian Brown into the diplomatic corps as the holder of the key. So he'll be taking Javian on tomorrow when Vancouver plays Real Salt Lake in MLS action. And so we have for you today Mr. Kevon, Pepe, the Diplomat Lambert on I Am Sure Sport. Here's the man himself at the Diplomatic Ranch somewhere in Real Salt Lake.
Greetings. Blessings, Gerald.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. You?
You know what? I am doing good now. Today is like my son's birthday. He turns 12 today and should have been going to the game. But because they have this whole flu-like thing going around, you know, I'm here with him. when my lovely wife taking the younger one to the game with some other family members and things. So, but we're giving thanks. You understand? We have breath in our lungs.
Bless up the young one for the birthday, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. Listen,
Yeah,
man, it has been a long time coming. You know, we have made attempts at doing this, but now it has finally happened. And so, again, I want to thank you for the opportunity to hear your story, your journey in football. I believe it's going to be great. I've followed you, watched you, had the opportunity of interacting with you, and very smart and things. So, looking forward to our discussion today. Yeah, man. So, I want you to tell the people. I mean, for those who this is the first time they've seen you, they have never seen you before because they live somewhere under some rock. Some you see R&R, so you sound like Agent Sasko. Tell the man that you can't even sing, much less the DJ.
Man, the singing thing, I put it down long time, man. Used to be back in the days, and about put it down now.
Yeah, so for the people who don't know you, tell them a little bit about you, just your origins and, how you started out in football, where you're from, and, schools and all of that. So just go ahead and share with them so they can get a little bit more familiar with you, Pepe.
All right. As you guys may have known, my name is Kevon Lambert. I'm from a small town in Clarendon called Lionel Town. Grew up there, born and raised. Spent probably all my life in Clarendon and went to Glenmere High School where I played D-Cup. I played from the youth level, from under 13, went all the way up to D-Cup. I played probably like 4 or 5 years of D-Cup and won the D-Cup also. And after Glenmere High School, went on to...
No, man, you have to tell us a little bit about winning the D-Cup, man. Like, what was, before you get to after Glenmore, just tell us a little bit about the D-Cup experience, winning some of your teammates and, how you probably, Glenmore was shown special favor when they challenged Mannings, and that is how they ended up winning the D-Cup. And I don't know, just tell the people.
I was a youngster in the team, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Like, probably 16 years old. 15 years old. So I was probably one of the youngest on the team at that time when we won the D-Cup in 2012. I mean, it wasn't nothing like crazy, but like we didn't have like the best team or anything on paper or anything, but like I would say like the team that we had, we fought really hard. We wanted it more than probably everybody else, I would say, because in terms of like, we had talented players, but in terms of like comparing to like other teams and stuff, like we weren't the favorites. But
really, yeah,
Glenmore wasn't the favorites.
That in 2012 when you won.
Yeah, we weren't.
Jackie Walters was the coach, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who are some of the players on the team? At that time, like the standout players, you would say in your own estimation or your own words, yeah.
Standout players on our team: Ricardo Dennis, Newton Henry, Kamal Henry, Luke, Donovan Morgan, and a lot of other players. But like, they're all really good players. But compared to other teams, we weren't the favorites. Nobody had us as the favorites. So
okay.
So to win the D-Cup that year was really special. Knowing that you're not the favorites and you come out on top means that you've been doing good. You've done something well all season. I mean, we just focused on ourselves. We just did what we were supposed to do, and I mean, it was a really great feeling.
That was your last year. That was your last year.
That was my first year.
Oh, your first. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you win it? Did you win it any other time?
No. My first year I won it, and then we didn't win it after.
That means you have had better teams in your estimation and didn't win.
I mean, not necessarily.
Okay.
But compared to, like I said, compared to other teams that year, we weren't the favorites. Okay. If you ask the people, we weren't the favorites, and to know that we weren't the favorites and we came out on top, we won. It means a lot, and I remember that. I remember that season for the rest of my life. I mean, that season has nurtured me to who I am. It's put me on a path where I know how to deal with different situations when you're not like people's favorite, like what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. How can you overcome certain challenges and still rise to the top, you know?
Yeah, awesome. That's very good. So you finished at Glenmuir, 'cause that was your first season. So that's like 3 seasons after that you ended your time at Glenmuir, not winning the Doncaster Cup. Did you win like the Ben Francis during that time, or that was the only title that you actually won while you were at Glenmuir?
I mean, that was the
Yeah.
only title. But
Okay.
we've been to like semifinals and others like semifinals. We always like did well. We always did well. We always went to the quarterfinals, the semifinals, or something. But we just didn't manage to win and the trophies after that.
And okay, so after Glenmuir, where did you move on to? Or did you at this time did you play for any other Jamaica? Were you ever called up to any under 15, under 17 Jamaica team while at Glenmuir, or your career kind of took off after leaving Glenmuir?
I mean, I got called up for like under 17 a little bit to like go into like camp. I didn't make the team though. I got called up for under 17. I didn't make the team.
But the team was good.
Yeah, man, the team did good. The team
Or
did
is it
good,
a country bias because people always say because man come from country, why and never pick? Or was it you admit that there were better players in the team at that time than you?
Better players. No country bias or nothing, man.
Okay.
The team was solid, and I just looked at it as a stepping stone, like just another obstacle to just bounce over and just keep going forward. And then after, I mean, I played under 20, made that team.
So after Glenmuir, you went straight into the under 20, or you played in the Premier League and then you made the under 20. How did it go?
I made the under 20 before I started playing Premier League. Before Premier League, I played under 20, and then I played under 20 after. Like I went to Montego Bay United after
Glenmuir.
Yeah, after Glenmuir.
So what about the Clarendon teams at that time? Because it wasn't Sporting Central and around that time, and they were saying that Sporting Central was the Real Madrid of Jamaica and all of those things. How did you end up in Montego Bay?
Just the connection, you know. At that point, like I was my last year of high school, like I basically developed like a connection with like an agent. Like we were playing like a game. He came to watch like another player, and he came to watch another player on the other team, and that's how he ended up saw me that game. And I think that moment changed my life. I think that's the moment that actually made me turn into like a professional, you know? Because before that, to be honest, like made it out preschool a lot. So like I had like a lot of offers to go to like universities and stuff. But like the opportunities that presented themselves like after that situation, it kind of just showed me like this might be the path, because
pathway,
yeah. I mean, I knew that even if I went on to university, if I went on to college, like I know that after that I wanted to play football. So, I mean, like the opportunity is coming right now. I'm like, I might as well take it, you know.
Yeah, but was it a difficult decision for you because you're moving as a youngster? You're probably not 20 yet. You're leaving from your small town in Lionel Town, moving to Montego Bay. How did your family feel about that? Or they were supportive of you being that young? Or you were going to be with family? What was that like?
It was just me. It was just me moving on. Like, I mean, at first, like my family wasn't like all on board, like with the decision to like go pro like right after high school. They wanted me to like go to university because like I had like a really good opportunity to go to university as well because like I had like a lot of offers like schools, universities in the US were offering me like scholarships and stuff. So they would have preferred me to had take that route instead
Yeah.
of like at that time, I mean, they're really supportive right now. And after that, after I made my
Whoa.
decision and everything, they
Yeah, because
supported me.
is that a big risk, man, to go pro, but you're going pro in Jamaica because people are thinking like if you're going to go pro and not go to college, maybe you're going to go overseas, but you chose to go pro with an agent and go to Montego Bay. What was that like for you, just
Be-
as a player so young?
All
Yeah.
right, before Montego Bay, to be honest, like before Montego Bay, before I even left school, the agent he took me to England. I went to England, and I was with West Ham United for a little bit, like probably like a few weeks or so, just to get like some experience and everything. And
Okay.
that was like my first time leaving the country and going to England and everything. But I mean, I was up for that challenge, knowing that in England, like I have like majority of my family lives there. So it was nothing to be afraid of. I was up for the challenge. Like I know that if I go there, I'm gonna have my family over there, knowing that it's my first time leaving the country and everything. So for me, it was a no-brainer kind of. So I just took the opportunity. I went over there for the experience, and
And then you
it was,
came back to Montego Bay.
I came back to
All right.
Montego Bay,
So tell us
and
a little bit about that. A youngster moved by an agent to Montego Bay, coming out of high school, just had 2 weeks over in England, coming into a Montego Bay at that time. That was a big, quote unquote, big side and stuff.
yeah,
How
man, a
how,
big team.
how did you make it? How did things pan out for you at Montego Bay? Getting into the team, playing there and stuff. I mean, yeah, and did you win anything there? Just tell us about your journey at Mobile United before you moved.
All right, when I went to Mobile, like it wasn't hard for me to like adjust to it, knowing that I'm leaving like Clarendon to go all the way to Mobile to play, and I'm going there by myself because like I knew guys on the team. There were like probably 4 guys on the team that were from Clarendon as well, and I knew them from before. Like we played against each other in school in
Yeah.
school, and I knew them from before, so it wasn't hard for me to like go there and settle in or anything. So for me, it was pretty good going over there for the most part. I mean, I went there and I spent probably like I didn't even play a full season. I played probably like 6 months or
Okay.
5 months. Yeah, and at that time we had like a Serbian coach. Our
Yes,
coach,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
our coach was from Serbia, so he really liked me, and he was like, I need you to, I want to give you like a better opportunity. I want to give you a better opportunity to get out of the country and play overseas. So connection was made with like a team in Serbia. So I left. I left Mobe. I went to Serbia, and I was playing in Serbia for probably like 6, 7 months, I would say.
Yeah. In what tier in the Serbian league, and
First
what
first division.
first division? Yeah. What
Yeah.
and so what was the difference between your experience at Glenmuir, no Mobile United, and no in Europe? How big a leap that was, and what was that like?
I mean, it was like a good experience, like moving from like school to like the Jamaica Premier League, and then after like a few months, you're in Europe playing. So it was kind of like shocking, like how fast it all happened, but um, it was good. Like I had to like adjust to it. Like for me, like adjust to moving from Clarendon to Montego Bay, and then adjusting again
Yeah.
from leaving Montego Bay to not even moving to like a different uh, city in Jamaica, but a different country.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to adjust to all that moving forward. And I mean, it was really good. I enjoyed my time over there. I went over there, like I met some really good people.
So, okay. So what led to not staying longer? Is it a decision that you made, or the club transitioning, or your scout, your agent at the time felt like there were better opportunities out there for you? What led to such a short stint in Serbia?
To be honest, like when I went there, like I think I was doing pretty good, and but over there it's like it's crazy. Like for like the first 5 or 6 months, if they lose like a game or like they lose like 2 games, that coach is out. The coach get sacked.
Whoa.
So within like the first 5 months, they changed like 3 coaches or 4 coaches. So
okay, so that would have
like,
been very difficult for you to learn new systems and different styles of play with different coaches in such a short period of time.
yeah, and then like kind of like the last coach that came, like he didn't. He wasn't really a fan of me. He didn't really like me as much. I noticed that he wasn't playing me or anything. That was the last coach that came.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, this might actually not work. So I need to find like a better situation for myself where I can actually.
How old were you at this time? How old were you at this time? Because you're still under 20.
19.
You're 19. Wow.
Yeah.
So
19 or
that means you had not yet played for the under 20 team.
I think I had. Yeah, I played already.
Okay.
I played already.
Okay. So 19, you made this transition over there. So many coaches, and so you needed a better situation.
Yeah, because at that time I already made my my debut for the senior team, Jamaica senior team.
What?
I already made my debut from.
All right. When? All right. First. All right. But the story, I think you're skipping out some of the story. You don't know how to tell good story.
It's story enough, man. It's story long. You know, so you can't get everything together.
You're skipping out some of the story. Yeah, you're skipping out some of the story. So let's go back. So at Mobile was when you played for the under 20 team.
Before Mobile.
Before at Glenmore you played for under 20.
Yeah, Mobile I played for the senior team.
The senior team. All right. So when you played for the under 20, how did the under 20 team do, and who were some of the players, and how you didn't qualify?
I mean, we had like a really good team.
Yeah. Tell us some of the players that were on the under 20 team.
We had a really good team. We had Coach Bibi, Coach Butler, who drilled us every day.
Yeah.
To this day, like, I mean, those guys, for the person who I am today and the player who I am today, I mean, those guys have actually played like a huge part of it.
Yeah. Tell the people how good that team was, and because some people need to remember that U20 team, you know. Tell us
that U20 team with like Dishie and Beckford, Peter Lee Vassell, Luca Levy, was Javan there? I don't even remember. Like, I think Jordan was there too.
Jordan Fletcher. Boza wasn't there.
Boza was there. Yeah, of course.
Right.
The next diplomat was there, of course.
Was it Marshall or Tyreek McGee was there as a youngster? Which one of them?
Marshall was there. I think Marshall was there. I can't remember like the exact, like who exactly was there though, but we had like a solid team. But like we played like some games. We tried to qualify, and we played some games and we got eliminated we were short by 1 goal. 1 single goal. That's how we didn't qualify. So I mean we had like a really good team on paper and everything. We were playing good, but like I don't know. Like we were just short one goal, one single goal. That
Yeah,
made us.
you lost out on goal difference. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what you
one
did.
goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But people said that under 20 team was one of the team that played the best brand of football as a youth team for Jamaica in quite a while. And some people always talk about that team though. What do you say about that?
I mean, I agree, and I mean, looking at it, you have to be like a little bit like disappointed that that team didn't go further and qualify and stick together because like the team that we had was like so good.
Yeah. How many are you transition to the national? I think Trigger was there, no? In that team. You transition to this you have played most of those players have played in the senior team at some point, you know. Because
Yeah, for sure.
Shamar, I think Trigger was there. What's the name of the goalkeeper? Is Trench? I don't know. I don't remember who the goalkeepers were. But I know that Dishan Beckford have spelled Peter Lee, Vassell, Jordan Fletcher. So many of you guys have actually
Yeah,
played in the national team.
yeah,
But like I
man.
said, the team should have been kept together.
I mean, it's tough that it didn't stay together because you know some people move on. Some guys might have not wanted to play longer or stuff didn't work out for them or something. You know, everybody has a different story. But I mean, it just that's football. That's what happens in football. Like not everybody's gonna play like for 10, 15 years. You know, not everybody's gonna go all the way and play for years and
Yeah.
years to come. So I mean, some guys just stop. To this day, I don't know what happened with some of the guys, but I mean, the team was really good at that point.
Okay. Somebody saying that Maggie is young. Um that Javian was young and played with Maggie and Topi, so he wasn't there. But
Probably.
yeah.
Because
All right.
Javi and them are youngster, you know.
So so it was during this time also you got called up for the senior team. Because you
When
were
I was
still
in Mobi,
you were in Mobi, which is you're still under 20
yeah.
before you went to Serbia. All right. What
Yeah.
was your first game for the national team and what competition was it? And I don't know if you remember the age and what that was like for you.
I mean, my first game was against uh, Honduras. Against Honduras, yeah. Um, the first time when I got called up, like the first game I didn't play. We played like a game in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and that's when Boza and Fletcher made their debut. We were like the three youngsters on the team. Me,
Oh, from
Jordan
the under
Fletcher,
20
and
team.
yeah, me, Jordan Fletcher, and Shamar Nicholson. And
Okay.
they played that game. I didn't play that game, but I played the other game where we played
Honduras.
Honduras. Yeah, and
And,
that's when I made my debut.
okay, that was in the Gold Cup in 2017.
No, that wasn't the Gold Cup. I think that was just a friendly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So after that, no, you played in that game. You went to Serbia.
yeah.
All right. So you went to Serbia, had the 6 months. During your time in Serbia, were there national team games that you were called for, or you didn't come to play any games for Jamaica during that time?
No. The time when I went, there were no games when I was there. Like, but when I was there, like, the Gold Cup was coming up. It was 2017, so I
Right.
got called up. I got called up for the Gold Cup while I was in Serbia.
Okay.
And
And it was right. So when you came back, you did not go back to Serbia.
no,
All right. So tell
no.
us about the 2017 Gold Cup, because there was a game that you actually played in the Gold Cup and then you were dropped for the next match, right?
I mean, not really dropped. Like I accumulated too many yellow cards.
Okay.
Yeah. So I accumulated too many yellow cards and I had to miss the semifinal.
Right. You missed the semifinal. Right.
Yeah, I missed the semifinal against Mexico. And then, I mean, we beat Mexico. I didn't start the final because like I don't mind. I don't mind it. Like if you
That was when
if you have a
Taxi
if you
scored
have
the
a
free kick.
yeah, we
Yeah.
beat them 1-0. If you have a winning team in the semifinal, why change it for the final? I mean, I played all the games going up, but I don't see what was wrong with the decision either way. Like, you win in the semifinal. I didn't play, so I mean, keep the same team. So I didn't see anything that was wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
But
How did the young I call him the young veterans, like when you got into the team, you had like Andre Blake, who was a young veteran. Taxi, at that point, you call him like young veteran because they had been there in the team longer than you. Damian Lowe, they had been there longer than you, but you're coming into the team now. What was that adjustment like for you? What was the reception like, and how did they help you in expressing yourself? Like in that Gold Cup and stuff. What was that like working with some of these what I call younger veterans in the team, seeing that you're, like I said, you're one of the three youngsters with Shamar and
Jordan
and Fletcher, coming into the team. Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was like they just made it easy for me. Like, just do your thing, do what you're good at. They gave me confidence and just tell me, like, do what you're good at. Like, don't try to do nothing extra. Don't do like stuff that is not you. Don't try to do stuff that is not you. Just be yourself. Like, my thing, like being in the right positions, tackling, getting into challenges, winning the ball, passing it, and do stuff like that. Like the simple stuff. Like, they would just keep on telling me to just keep it simple, keep doing what I know, what brought me here. So they gave me like the confidence by telling me to not like do anything and just keep motivating me like all the way, all the steps. Like, so it wasn't hard at all to play and be in that environment with those guys, because I mean, wherever like you have a lot of a wally yard, man, say.
Yeah, because that team was predominantly a lot of players who were born in Jamaica, really, and came through the system, if we, use of a better term, and were in the team. And Tapa was like coming in as well during this time, also as a fairly fresh on the job, you'd say, as the head coach as well. So, yeah. All right. So you did well in the Gold Cup, and then after the Gold Cup, you ended up where?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona, and that's where it has been up until this point.
Yeah, I mean, like we played a game against Canada in Phoenix, and during that Gold Cup, and they were there watching the game, like the Phoenix team and Drogba and all of them. They were there at the game, So
yeah,
after probably like a week or two after the tournament, like it just happened. Like I ended up there. Like I had like a friend as well who knew some people over there. He was like a friend. He knew a friend of Drogba and made the connection and to make sure that everything went smooth and everything. But like the link was made from that point, me playing the game in Arizona against Canada.
Against Canada. So was the agent, did you still have the same agent at this time? Okay. So cool. So you ended up at Phoenix. Is it that was the best offer, or because you were in Europe, in Serbia, you did well in the Gold Cup. Phoenix turns up. Is it that was the offer that was presented to you and you said, let's get it, or you had other options and you felt like where you are at, this would have been the best option right now, and then you take it from there?
Yeah, I feel like at that point, I feel like Phoenix was like the best option for me to like fully like develop, like the program they had. Like I could see that it would have suited me good, like moving forward. So I picked that one, and to this day I don't regret it at all. I enjoyed every single moment in Phoenix, and I still love Phoenix. Phoenix is still home,
Yeah, but I mean, you were there for how many years did you actually stay in Phoenix?
6.
6 years, right?
Mhm.
So in the 6 year at Phoenix, many people, I mean, would say, boy, why are the players in USL and USL Championship? They should be in the MSL, MLS, and all of that. And is it that you felt like you had things you need to develop, to work on, to improve on, and you're going to stay at Phoenix, or just the offers didn't come, or you felt like there was something you need to accomplish at Phoenix, and then you would move on? What was those years like for you at Phoenix? And at the same time, you were also know you had become by this a consistent fixture in the national team.
I mean, to be honest, like there's always room for improvement. I think wherever in whatever you do, there's always room for improvement. But at that point, like after spending like a few years in Phoenix, like I mean, I was being pretty consistent. I was doing well.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like the opportunity didn't like really come across for me to like make
Okay.
steps moving forward, like the proper steps that I needed to make. So I would get like offers or stuff to like move to like different teams, but to me they didn't suit me. I didn't see them like benefiting me, and like that wasn't like the direction that I wanted to go. So
Yeah.
for me, like if the offers that I'm getting are not gonna benefit me, I might as well stay in Phoenix where it's all
Yeah.
good,
And,
and
and then
everything I can just keep on developing, keep on getting better here until I get the right opportunity to move on and move up.
yeah. And I mean, you also during this period, the 6 year period, there were times when you were not in the national team. How did you stay motivated on those occasions when the team would have been selected, you were not a part of it, and you were still doing well at Phoenix? How did you stay motivated? What did you do? What sort of communication you were having to, stick to your guns and keep working, knowing that that opportunity will present itself, and then when you're called, you will be ready to do the job.
I mean, for me, like it's just staying focused. Like no matter what's going on the outside, you just gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of what you can control, like your work rate, and everything that you can control. But like me not getting called up during that time, I mean, it bothered me a little bit, but like I'm not like focused on that because like I can't control that. I'm not the one who's selecting the team. I'm not the coach or something. So for me, it's just like stay consistent, keep doing what you're doing. Like you're doing good, you're on the right path. You just need to probably push a little harder, keep going, but don't give up. You'll get your chance again. And whenever you get that chance, you make use of it. So for me, I just worked hard, stay ready, and whenever my name is called, I know that yeah, I'm gonna go in and do my best at all times.
Yeah. Well, what are some of what you'd consider to be some of your best accomplishments while you were at Phoenix?
I mean, winning the Western Conference, winning the Supporters Shield, like the team with the most points in the league. Um, Going to the finals. I went to the finals twice with Phoenix. One of the finals we lost, but it was still good. That's still like a major accomplishment for me, like going to the final. And
One
I
of the
went to the
finals
final.
they lost, or you lost both finals?
We lost one, and the other final, it didn't play because like we were supposed to play against Tampa, and it was during COVID, and I think all of the Tampa players had COVID for the
Oh,
finals, and then somehow the finals didn't play because all our players were healthy and ready to play, but we not getting a trophy and we did ready and them get COVID. So
so
me,
to the
me still
trophy.
not know me still don't know how that go. To this day, I don't know how that go.
Okay, okay,
Them say we share the trophy, but at the end of the day, I don't know how that go because you can only have one winner, one team can lift a trophy.
yeah.
So
You also captain Phoenix. Phoenix,
yeah.
yeah. And you played multiple position because you started out as a CDM, but you played as a centre back at times for Phoenix as well.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
most of the time that I was there, like most of the years I played in midfield, but like how the coaches like saw it moving forward for me, like they would always like try to tell me like, you know, like in this position you're really good, but like we want to develop you in a way that like you can have like better opportunities. Like if there's like a team that comes for you or something, like you're more flexible, you can play in like different positions, like multiple positions where you're not just limited to playing like midfield. So if a team comes and if they want a center back and you're like a good player, but you can only play midfield, it's probably just you might not get the opportunity. You might miss out on the opportunity. So they saw it as like a way to like develop me and help me to play like both center back and midfield, so I can be like more flexible.
Yeah.
And I think
and which one of those two positions you prefer?
midfield.
Okay.
Me never,
CD.
at first, when them tell me, me never did like it. Me never did like
Okay.
it
Okay.
because
So if you had a choice, you'd play midfield.
yeah, any day.
Okay. Any particular reasons? Because people say centre backs have less work to do than a CDM who have to be, just always on the ball. You're the engine. The centre back is probably, important, but probably not as important as the CDM. So why would you pick a position like that when probably more is required of it? Some would say. I suspect,
for me,
like,
I don't mind the
I
work.
disagree with you, but
For me, I don't mind the work.
okay.
I'm used to it. Like when you're playing like a position for like basically all your life, that's what I'm used to. I've only started playing center back a little bit like over a year ago, or maybe probably like a year or so. So for me, that's I'm more comfortable in midfield. That's where I've been playing all my life. So
Yeah.
that's more of what I'm used to.
See, Rob Smith is asking if that Phoenix team that was at the time when Nana came to the team, when you had the final with Tampa in the pandemic, but you didn't play the
Yeah,
he was
that year Nana was there.
Yeah, what was it? What was it like inviting him into your team?
It was really good for me. Like when I was there, I've always like invited like Jamaicans. I always need my Jamaicans around me. I always need the young man them to come over Phoenix and play with me, like because like it's only been like the past.
And Fleming was there with you as well at some point.
It's only been like the past 2 years where like I was the only Jamaican, but for probably 4 years, the first 4 years, there's always been me and other Jamaicans there. When I just went there, Jason Johnson was there, at one point, Kevon Freighter was there.
True.
Damian Lowe, Darren Maddox, Junior Flemings. So when I'm there, we've always had, even Peter Lee Vessel was there at one point. Jakey was there. So we've always had more than one Jamaicans on the team. They say if you don't have a Jamaican on your team, your odds of winning is slim. You need a Jamaican for your team.
So when Nana came to the team, did you play centre back or CDM? Or both of you played centre back together?
No, at that point, we don't know nothing about centre back yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay. Nana was the one Nana deal with the centre back as usual, and me play midfield.
All right. Someone is asking, what is your relationship with Drogba like?
To this day, I really have like a solid relationship, a really good relationship with him. He's like a mentor, like my older brother, like a kind of like a father figure in a way too. But like we really have like a really good connection to this day. I mean, even when like I was coming to Real Salt Lake, he reached out, he texted me and everything. We talked for a little bit, and he sent me like a video with him like congratulating me and everything. So I mean,
Nice.
we have a solid relationship still.
Yeah. And Michael Gardner is asking if Michael Seaton was at Phoenix with you at some point.
Nah, Seaton was at Orange County.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I mean, Phoenix 6 years had some major accomplishments. Then you had the Gold Cup this earlier this year. Had a fantastic Gold Cup. Played in patches. I'd say in the World Cup qualifiers, right? You were there in and about, and kind of in and out, but solid performances in the Gold Cup. And the opportunity for Real Salt Lake came up or is there, and you're there now. How difficult was it for you, the captain at Phoenix to like make the move to Real Salt Lake, and how important a step that is in terms of your own career?
I mean, coming to Real Salt Lake, it was a kind of like a no-brainer for me. Like this was one of the opportunities that I was hoping that would present itself. So I know that I was like working hard, but like I was waiting for the right opportunity. And I think like when this opportunity came, I feel like this was the one. Hence the reason why I came here like right away. Like as soon as I learned that they were interested, like for me, it was just let's do it, let's get it done, So, and I mean, thanks to everybody who played a part, like everybody in Phoenix that helped me, the coaches and the management staff and the front office and everybody there, they played like a really important role in like getting the deal done, or any type of role they played. They really helped. And I mean, I left Phoenix with like no bad energy, no bad nothing, So I left on like really good terms with everybody, because like that's what you want when you're leaving a team. You don't want to leave on like a bad note. You want to leave on like good, positive energy where, you never know what can happen in the future.
Yeah,
So
you can go back and probably have your jersey retired over there and all of that
who
wonderful thing.
knows?
Could go back and even coach in the future. So that's true.
Who knows?
That's true. Yeah. That is so important. But I mean, I think Dre anyways that says big up Kevon and the whole football in 90 team. Then he says, was this the first offer from an MLS team since he has been at Phoenix?
To be honest, no.
Okay.
It wasn't. To be honest, no. It wasn't the first offer. But like, for me, like I said, if I'm gonna move to somewhere, if I'm gonna move to like a different team, I want the offer to like, it has to like suit me. It has to benefit me in some way, like moving forward, how I see myself moving forward. And I think like the offers that I got previous, they weren't gonna benefit me as much as I see this one benefiting me. So like this team here, like they have like a lot of USL players, like players who have played in the USL and stuff. Like they've given like USL players like opportunities and stuff like
okay.
Yeah. So that was like really one of like the reasons why I saw like myself coming here as well.
Yeah.
Because like I saw a lot of USL players made the transition to this team.
Okay.
And it was good. So I think that I saw myself like moving forward with Real Salt Lake. Like it was like a really good opportunity for me.
Yeah. There are a few more questions, but what I want to ask you, like, how difficult is it for you just as a player knowing that I know I have the potential to play in the MLS, but I'm in the USL. Like, how do you reconcile like both those things, to, like I said, just keep focused knowing that the opportunity will come? Or do you like, but yo, me need to get out of this place, like, yo, when me I do years for so long, man, especially when you have a national team now, that the spot is so competitive to stay in it, that you want to play at the most elite level. Like, did you ever get worried, like, oh my God, I mean, I could, I could end up just being stuck right here? Are you confident that because you were doing so good, the right opportunity was going to present itself?
Yes, that's it. Like I felt like how I was doing. I felt like one day the opportunity must come. So I was just there doing well, being patient, and I was hoping,
Yeah.
praying that the opportunity was gonna come. But like I wasn't like bothered or anything and saying like me there too long me need for left so or anything. But I know that I wanted to move up and move to like a better team, a better league or something. But I just at that point I couldn't, like I told you, like I can't really control that. In the moment, like I control what I can control. So I don't really, that's how I go about life or with anything.
Yeah.
Control what I can control. Anything
I see.
else that's out of my control,
Yeah,
there's
I think that's an important message to just other
nothing. There's
players.
nothing I can do.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Only the things that you can control, you can really deal with. What you can't
Yeah.
control, you don't. Yeah, I love that. I think that's a very important message. But let me get a couple of these questions quickly. Dimo Dre says, would you prefer playing in the championship in England or in the MLS? Papers. I don't know.
Prefer playing. I prefer playing the MLS. I prefer playing at Real Salt Lake.
There you go. Good answer. They said, how does Pablo Mascherani see you as a player, as a midfielder, or a center? So does he see you as a center back or a CDM, or Yeah,
I mean, like I said earlier, like that is one of the reasons that like I could have like gotten this good opportunity to come here, because like I developed like this flexibility to play as both midfielder and as a center back. So that was the conversation even before like I came here. Like that was the conversation we had, that he would like he saw me doing a little bit of both.
okay, okay.
So depending on like a game or like the situation or whatever it is, like maybe today I would play midfield and next week I would play center back. So
The
it's
flexibility in your game is one of the things that attracted them to you.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, to eat the conversations that we've had, he sees me playing both. So
Yeah. Demadre, I will not take a second question. He's asking about join to the Saudi League for money or stay loyal. We got the question. This one says, what chances do you see yourself as a regular starter in this team? I think which is real Salt Lake.
I mean, it takes to like come into like a team like this. It probably takes time. I mean, the team has been doing like really good for the whole season. We're in like a playoff spot and everything right now. So it's another challenge for me to like get in as a starter and be like a regular starter. So for me, like I'm still fairly new. So I'm just kind of like getting used to what is required here. What does the coaches want from me? What does the coaches want from the team? And I just need to take it step by step, and hopefully like like I said, when I get my chance, because like I know for sure, like me, I always wait for my chance. I always wait for my opportunity. And whenever I get my opportunities, I make use of it. So for me, it's just like being patient, and when my chance comes, then hopefully it'll be like a good one and I can play like regularly.
All right, all right. All right, so let me get some more of these. I'm gonna take a couple more and then we'll get to you. Dre Weather Sport says, "Is there any advice you'd like to give to other Jamaicans playing in the USL who may, have thoughts of wanting to play in the MLS? Like, what would you tell them in terms of from your own experience and your attitude and, you know, what they can do, what they can control to ensure like the same opportunity that you have." That one day the same opportunity would be presented to them.
Honestly, I won't say that it's easy because like look at me, like it took me 6 years to get out of the USL. It took me 6 years, so I won't say it's easy. It's
Wait,
definitely
you're
hard.
26 now, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
started playing. I started playing for Phoenix when I was 20. Yeah. Um, yeah, I won't say it's easy. Took me 6 years, and it's just like you being patient. You just stay focused on yourself and keep working hard. Don't listen to like the outside noise, and there's gonna be like a lot of people telling you, yeah, you're better than this. Like you're not for there, so I oversaw you for there. I
yeah,
oversaw you for there.
yeah,
This a team here for there. This a league here for there. You know?
yeah,
I mean, you within yourself know, say, yeah, it might be true, or you have the ability, you have the potential to like play in like a different team, a different league. But like I said, that's not your control. You can't control that. So you just have to focus on yourself, be patient, work hard, and I know one day if the opportunity comes, then you just make use of it. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be real. Honestly, based on how I've seen it, and this is life, this is football. Like everybody might not get the opportunity. Everybody might not get the opportunity, but you just got to make sure that you're prepared, you're
if it
ready.
comes.
If the opportunity comes, you make use of it. You take it. You grab it with both arms, with both hands, and you run away with it.
Yeah. Drew, aka Drew Fortis, is asking you if you see yourself playing in a top European league in the near future.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would love to play in Europe at one point, someday. So, like for me, this is like another step, another step in my career. So, I definitely could see myself playing in like a top European league or a top team in Europe someday, for sure.
Yeah. All right. This one says, besides Dragwa, who are the most talented players you have played with for Jamaica and at the club level?
Or besides Jog, but like in Phoenix, like I played with a player called Solomon Asante. He's from Ghana, and I can say that he's probably one of the most gifted players that I ever played with.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the most gifted players, to be honest. And
Okay.
like I mean, that's in like club level. I've played with like another really good, a lot of really good players. But like just to name a few, like Solomon Asante. I've played with another player, Aiden Quinn, who I think is a really, really good player that I played with in Phoenix as well. I've been playing against him uh, at other clubs when he was at other clubs until he joined me in Phoenix. And to be honest, at the Jamaica team, I've seen Shamar like from for years. I've
Yeah.
seen how he's developed. I've seen the type of player he's become. Like, so I think Shamar is definitely one of like a really good player that I've played with as well. Because like I've definitely seen like the major steps that he's taken to be like where he's at right now. You know?
Are you saying that because he's one of the diplomats?
I mean, he's one of the diplomats, but like no, I'm
I'm
being
just kidding.
I'm being for real. I'm being like honest. Like and like you've played with him for years, so you've definitely seen like everything, like even what some other people have not seen, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's definitely one of the better players that I've played with. And you know, like right now, playing with Leon Bailey, playing with Damari Gray.
Yeah.
It's it's a lot. Playing with Damian Lowe, playing with Andre Blake, playing, you know, it's like a lot of
You're gonna end up in problems, you know, when you start. You're gonna
played with.
start,
There's a
you're
lot
gonna
of
start
players.
calling you, you know.
No, all the players on the team.
Because
All
when
the
I was say,
players on
how
the
come,
team.
and when these people, they're gonna say, how come you never call Mikel Antonio? How come you never call Ethan Pinnock? You know, people are, you know, so
No,
what
no,
is
no. Them no. But we just a name a
yeah,
few. We just a name a
yeah,
few, you know? Because
yeah.
right now the team, the national, the team that we have right now, everybody knows that that team is solid,
I
like all
I
around.
want to ask you that. How good do you believe this team is, and what is it going to take, in your opinion, for us to get past this mark? Like this is the last hurrah for some of you guys in terms of qualifying for a World Cup. How good is the team, and what will it take from this?
I mean,
Yeah,
I believe in this team that we have right now, honestly. This team that we have right now is like solid. Like we have like a solid core, like a solid squad together. And the path that we're on right now, I only see ourselves like getting better. I want to see ourselves like moving up, and like, to be honest, like I think we've been doing like really well. I think we've been doing really well. So I think we just stay focused on ourselves. We just keep working hard, doing what we've been doing, not changing like anything really, like how we play and stuff. Like we just need to keep working hard, and I think that we have a really good chance of like qualifying, making the World Cup. Like honestly, this team
yeah.
is like really good. We have like everything to become successful. So I think that the people just need to stick with us, stick with us, and
Talk to me. What are your expectations of the Jamaican fans? Are they rougher than the Phoenix fans or the real Salt Lake fans? Or, you know, you kind of, yeah, you know, you think like the Jamaican fans are the best fans. What are your thoughts on the Jamaican fans?
no, they're rough. But I mean, that's what you want from your fans. They're demanding, you know, they demand out of you. I mean, if you don't play good, they let you know. If you play good, they let you know also. So I mean, that's what you want from your fans, like to demand like the best out of you. So I mean sometimes they can be a little bit harsh, but I mean they only want the best. They only want the best from us, and I mean I'm just asking
Yeah,
for them to like keep on supporting us, and
yeah.
you know better days are ahead.
Oh, O'Neal Dawkins look like he knows an inside story. He says one thing though, Pepe, when the coach tells you to pull up your socks and play ball, don't take it literally, right? Is it true that the coach was telling you, Pepe, it's time for you to pull up your socks, and you were pulling up your socks when he was actually telling you to step up your game?
We don't know, we don't know about that. But I mean, I've had conversations with the coach, and
I don't know
like
if it is this
before.
coach, you know, I don't know if it is in school or at the youth level, but they just said that there's that story. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
where.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. Like if they tell me to pull up my socks, I know that yes, I need to do better. I need to work harder. Or I need to do something better according to
Yeah.
like the game, not literally like pull up my
Yeah.
socks. Like nah.
And how important is it, like, you know, in the national team? Because one of the outcries of our teams have always been that there's not enough preparation, and, you know, just in terms of the federation having all the things in place. I mean, you know, what are some of the things that you'd love to see, like, you know, if you want to, you can share, like, systematically, that probably need to be addressed so that the team can have the best environment, like you said, with this crop of player to excel and qualify and do well at the World Cup? What are some of the things that you think are important outside of the play on the field? that needs to be dealt with to get the football going where it needs to be? Or you don't have to answer, and if you can say pass, you can say pass, man. It's not a problem. We can pass that.
Oh, I'll pass the one day.
All right. All right. I need to invite David to come on with you because maybe we don't answer you, but you know what?
We'll pass the one day for now. I'll pass the one day for now.
All right. Not a problem. All right.
Because me and you know.
But what is life like living in Utah? The difference between the city that you're in now and Arizona.
To be honest, like living in Utah has been like more calm. Like in Phoenix, I feel like there was like a lot of things going on, you know. In Phoenix, like Phoenix is a place where you can probably get lost by the environment. In the environment, like there's like so much going on outside and stuff like that. So if you're not like focused on like football, like you might get lost with like all the stuff that's going on. I mean, but like moving here is like more calm. Like I haven't really been doing much outside of like football. I've just been like fully locked in, fully like focused on myself, focused on my team. So I mean, coming here, like I know that the league and the team, it requires like a lot more. So in terms of like taking care of like your body and stuff like that, you have to like take that like super seriously, you know, because like it's more like demanding in a way to like consistently play and consistently do good at this level. So, but for me, I think it's like more calm. It wasn't hard for me to settle in or anything. Like it's welcoming. It was kind of like welcoming.
Mark, a question. They say it's a Mormon-controlled city, so there's not much nightlife. And it's for a young man. The city is crazy conservative. And then Jason is asking if you have visited a Mormon church. You should ask him if he has ever when last he has visited a church.
I haven't. But I mean,
yeah, because the people are saying that there's nothing else to do in Utah except go to church and play football. Is there anything else to do?
Nah, it's you can go for a hike. There are like mountains and like hikes and stuff, like beautiful places. Like, it's beautiful out here. If you look outside right now, like if I look outside, you will see mountains everywhere. You will see, so you can go hike. You can go if you're like a nature kind of person. You can always get out and do other stuff. It's not all about like going out at nights and doing all that stuff. Yeah. There are more to like you enjoying yourself than partying and those stuff. Yeah.
I mean, what are some of the things you do like to prepare yourself for games and to stay in good conditions? You understand me? Like what you're leading up to games? How do you get yourself, ready and prepare? How you stay locked in and focused? What does Pepe do to, get his mind focused on the match, and stuff?
Like for me, like I like picture like myself like playing on the field. Picture myself in different situations. And I just visualize and try to see like how myself like doing stuff on the field if I'm in like this situation or that situation, and just watch videos like with the coaches, with the team, watch videos of your opponents, try to prepare yourself as best like to know what's coming, what's what to expect from the other team, what to expect from like individuals on the other team. So for me, it's just like just working, just train hard and try to mentally stay like locked in and not like stray from the reason why you're actually here, because this is the main reason why this is the reason why I'm here. I'm not here for anything else. So I'm not gonna get easily distracted. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stay focused at all times.
I can't put up. Don't worry yourself. I can't put up some of the comments here because some of these people,
Oh,
some people ask what Dolly Sunday. I don't know what is Dolly Sunday. I think what. But we don't go. We're not gonna go down that road. But you believe that? I mean, like I say, it's a talented group of players, and are you confident that if we put the right mechanisms in place with this group of players that we have, probably with some additions and stuff, we can actually qualify for the World Cup?
oh, absolutely. I have no doubt about that. Like I said earlier, the team that we have right now, we just need to probably we stay together. If there are like probably like a few additions here and there, if they feel the need to, or whatever, but like we just like keep like a core of players and just work with that and make sure that everyone is like aware of what's at hand, aware of the tasks that are like ahead of us. And I think that, I mean, if we just keep on doing what we're doing right now, keep on like improving and growing every day, I think that we definitely have like a really good chance.
All right. So they said, what do you think are some things our midfield seem to require at this point outside of more time together? And I think this question is on the backdrop that I mean, a lot of persons, I don't know how you feel about that, believe that right now one of the I want to say, the weaker area in our team, like they believe we have enough offensive firepower, they believe we have enough depth in goalkeeping, and we have some quality defenders, but they think like in the midfield for years now, not just today, for many years now, there is something missing. What are your thoughts on that? And then we'll get into some fun questions.
Honestly, there's we have what we've been looking for. Like, I think we just need to work together and stick together, like going forward. But I don't think that we're like missing anything really, like in any position. I think that the players that we have in every different areas, I think that these players are like capable of like getting the job done on any given day. So I don't think that we're lacking anything in like the midfield or anything. Like, I think that the players that we have playing in the midfield, even if I'm in or if I'm out, I think that the players that we have playing there like can get the job done.
Yeah. All right. So let's get. They keep on asking what club do you support, and what they mean by that is probably outside of Real Salt Lake that you support, and Phoenix, like probably in the Premier League or in Europe. Which team do you support?
Arsenal.
I don't know why they were trying to figure that out. Obviously, you're talking to an Arsenal man. Come on, Dimo. You think the man would support like Liverpool or Chelsea because he knows Drogba Dre? It must be Arsenal.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Like,
I've always been an Arsenal fan.
thank you. Thank you, sir. So you can leave that alone. Big up to Try Malcolm from Rossi's in the building. But as a Pepe, this is a tough thing now. So here's what I want to ask you. All right. You're going to football war, biggest money of your life on the line. You understand me? Serious money on the line. Biggest payday ever in the history of football. All right? Watch this. Now, you have to be on the team. Which other 6 players in the 7-a-side must be on the team with you? And you need a goalkeeper.
Like,
Club
Like-
or country? But it's players you would have. You. It mean that they are players that you have played with. So it's a 7-a-side. You are on the team. You need a goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
Multi-billion-dollar PR for the championship team. First, who is it? Who is in goal?
Why? Who is in goal?
Yeah.
One skip done, man. Blakey.
All right. That is the easiest choice, you know. I know that was going to be the easiest. That is the easiest.
The one them, me not have a thing about it, the one the Blakey.
All right.
Big
So say
skip.
that you're using three defense. So you have Blakey. You have three defenders. You in the middle with somebody else. That's 5, 6. And you have one striker up front. So 3, 2, 5 goalkeeper. Who up front? So who are the three persons you're using? You know. I don't know. You're setting up your team, but you have to be in there. So you and Blakey, that's 2. You need 5 more players. And you're a team, you know. Nobody can blame you, you know.
What? What you say? What? Just get it. Can't see.
All they have to do is that when they name in their team, they just don't name you in it. Yeah, that's me.
Alright. So weird. 3 at the back?
No, man, you can set up your team now because maybe you're going to be in coaching. And I was just suggesting you could do that. But you could go 2 at the back.
After that, what I do? 2 at
Yeah.
the back because I can drop in and help defend.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. So who is the 2 at the back?
2 at the back. I got my two centre back them we have right now. Nana low.
And
Ethan.
all right.
Solid in centre back. Me
And
can
then-
drop in between like both of them, like, you know? And
Yeah.
then like they can
Makes sense. Yeah.
when me drop in between, like they can give width. So
Man, I
sometimes
talk
it can
like a
become
coach,
3.
man. You might know him a go on it.
Sometimes it can become like a 3. So if me drop in, them go look a bit wider. Ethan up on
Yeah.
the left and up on
No,
the
no,
right.
you're right.
And
All
we
right.
have more width.
Yeah.
All right. And now middle. Me did I see me in the middle. So me and Lats.
Yeah. A lot of body in the middle. But I'm sorry for you when you go back a real Salt Lake. Training, make sure say no real Salt Lake, man. Now watching no Phoenix, man, you know.
Nah, man. Nothing good, man. Nah, man, a Jamaica squad we have built. Jamaica squad.
Whatever, Bill. I
Jamaica-
say anybody who you play with, you can choose it. So it's up to you.
But a Jamaica 7 me I use.
All right, Martha, your side.
We not stretch it too far for make too much people vex.
All right, so that's 5. So you need 2 more players now.
5.
Yeah, man. Blake, Lots, you,
5. That's enough.
Nana, and Ethan. So that's a 5. 2 more players. Because a 1 man so far can score a goal and you have to get a corner, you know. And a Nana, you have no goal scorer yet, you know. Just to make you know that.
I go for a front of Boza.
All right, so Bowser, so you have 1 more spot, you know.
Cha.
Man, they will expel you out of the diplomatic corps. As a coach, as a picking a side difficult, man.
I will tell you. That's why you can't to blame me coach them more while, you know. Because you don't know where them I go through, you know.
Yeah.
Cha. That's why I'm not a coach still. Why?
I'm gonna say if it drop back Lati and drop in Ravel. Next one say Gray, which is Demari. The next man say Antonio. I can't tell him man who put in him side. I think what should I do?
Yeah, man, I don't pick Funo side, man. I'm here pick my side right now. Send in Funo side. Send in Funo side. Let me see if they in some Funo side or not.
Yeah, that would be good because you see all what talk, if them pick a side, they're probably not gonna have you in it.
Hey, you not pick me? But I know if you don't pick me or not. Jaja. Wait, I'm still missing one.
Yeah, because a 6 player you have, you know. Let me tell them again. So you have Blake in goal, you have Nana, you have Eason, you, Latibodier, and you say Bowser.
Yeah, try to make it like.
I remember saying big money, you know, man. You talk about around a road. Close to a 10 million USD I go for, you know, man.
I try to make it like as all-rounded as, you know?
Yeah, but you have I don't know, I feel like you have a lot of ball winners, but you don't have no creativity so far on your side. Where the creativity going to come from on your side?
Creativity.
Who going to provide the creativity from the present group of players we have now?
Chippy have that capability.
Also, Chippy on your side?
Chippy.
So, all right, so you start Chippy and Bowser.
Yeah.
Chippy, Bowser, Latibodier, Blake, Nana, Eason Pinnock, Lambert. All right, so people, that is the man team. When you can't tell the man who to start in his side, on a bill on the own side. All right, man, I say McGee and all of them things there on DJ. Make the man pick him side.
One thing for sure is with the side there. We not concede no goal. We not concede no goal. And we are gonna score 1, 2, or 3 every match.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but you say you don't concede.
We not concede. We not concede no goal, and we are gonna score.
Your brother O'Neal Dawkins see a B6 side you get.
O'Neal can't score on my side.
Dre, anyway, that's what say, he must put your hand on the head and say your money gone.
That's how my money secure, man. Me believe in that money there. Believe in that money there.
All right. So listen, I know you recently come from training. You have game tomorrow, so not got a lot of mercy. Dwight Spencer call, so let's take this is one of your biggest thoughts, so let's take the call from him and hear what he has to say. Dwight, quickly, because Pepe soon have to run in now. Can't keep him more than...
Pepe, what I said, boss, with there at the airport when you come back from Saudi Arabia, me there on the line with you.
Oh, blessings, General.
You remember when they pack up in the COVID hallway after coming from Saudi? In a Kingston?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, them the time there. Couple things. First of all, say shout out to Pablo Mascaroni. Me and him go to school at NC State together, so we go back a long time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Good to see you on the show. How's the experience going at Real Salt Lake?
It's been really good, you know. I mean, I'm still fairly new here, still trying to adjust to everything that's going on, but so far it's been really good. I'm enjoying it every day.
Link you with a few.
Huh?
I want to link you with a few Jamaicans that are there in Salt Lake too. A few more. They never know that you're there.
Yeah, man, that would be good.
And the other thing, with Pablo being a former defensive midfielder, and you also being a defensive midfielder, what sort of training lessons or one-on-one communications, the knowledge about the game is he imparting on your game?
I mean, Honestly, since I've been here, to be honest, I've been playing mostly as a center back. Um, yeah, but so far we've had like really good conversations because like I said, like the conversations that we've had, like he sees me doing like both, like playing midfield and center back. But since I've been here for like over like a month now, like I've mostly I've played in midfield like a few times, but I've mostly been playing at center back.
All right. Big up and respect yourself. Thank you, man, for giving me a chance to talk
Yeah,
to you.
man.
Bob.
Much respect, General.
Yeah, man.
All right, next time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So do it one of your biggest fans in him always on social media, defending and speaking on your behalf. So I'm glad that he got it from work in time to call you. But how did you get the name Pepe? Because when I tell people Pepe, every time them always think we're talking about Ian Goodison. So at what point did you get the name Pepe, and what happened whether
Since
yeah,
before I
hold on,
could probably
listen to
probably
this, man.
before I could even talk.
You see why I can't listen to this, man. Man, leave out the bar great all time forward line. 121 a weird feel.
Nah, man. As Sego, man, like we could have put anybody in a squad. I'm confident say this squad they
yeah.
can win. We could have put anybody,
Yeah. But good. I think, like I said, solid team defensively. But tell us about the Pepe thing. How did you get? Somebody said that it was when you were at Mobie. They gave you that name.
Nah, I've had that name since I was a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom gave me that name since I was a baby. Like just because like I was a baby and like she saw that like I loved football, since I was like a baby before I could probably even talk. Like I was just like she saw that like I was into football and everything, and I was there probably like watching games, just like sitting there watching football, and she just gave me that name.
So who did you get your football? Did your father? Did you have brothers or uncles play football? Or you're like the first one to come out of the family who, or you have other relatives who are big in sports?
First one. I'm the first one. Like
in track and field, nothing at all, cricket, nothing. You're the first, like
probably just like my mom played like netball.
Okay.
Or like in terms of like sports, before me, no, I don't know of like anybody like playing sports before me. Otherwise, from like my mom playing netball.
Yeah. All right. I mean, as we come to the close of the show and thing, of this wonderful time just discussing what if you were if youngsters listening to you now, seeing your journey, like I said, you left high school, you moved from Clarendon to Montego Bay, 6 months, you're in Europe, went through multiple coaching changes, you came back to Real Salt Lake, you stayed. Even when you were not in the national team, like you shared, you kept on working hard. Now you get a big move. What would you say to other youngsters who may be going through similar pathway and journey like you? What is your word of encouragement to a youngster back in Lionel Town watching this video right now who wants to give up or don't think he's going to make it, or that youngster probably in the USL don't think he has a shot at making the national team because he's in the USL, or just somebody out there at Mobile that don't think he can go to Serbia, somebody in Europe who think like, oh my God, so many coaching changes, this is the end of my career. What would be your advice and your word of encouragement or inspiration to them?
First of all, like if I'm like speaking to like a fellow Jamaican, like just by being a Jamaican, like born and raised in Jamaica, it's not gonna be easy. It's never gonna be easy, but like that's probably like a good thing in a way. You have like, because like we don't really want things easy. We want to work for stuff. We want to have like a story to tell. So we want to work and say, yes, I had to do this to get that. I had to do this to get that. But it's never going to be easy. So you have to work hard. You have to work hard. Even when you think that it might not work, you think that it's falling apart. You just have to stay focused, control what you can control. That's my message for today. Control what you can control, and everything on the outside, you just leave it because you can't control them. So what you can control, you control, and keep pushing forward. Like if you're like coming up, you have to set goals.
Yeah.
You have to set goals and make sure that like every step of the way you try to accomplish like every goal. So if it's even like a small improvement that you're trying to make, you set it and you try to accomplish that. Little by little, day by day. Always aim to get better, set goals and try to accomplish them. It's never going to be easy, but you just have to keep pushing. And there's always going to be like obstacles. There's always going to be something in the way, but you just have to jump over those obstacles no matter what you have to do. You just keep going. You just have to keep pushing forward and make sure that every step that you make, it's for the better, it's for the good. So even when things are like not looking good, there are times you might have to take a step back. It's natural. You might have to take a step back in something. Take a step back in order to like take 2 steps forward. Maybe that's the case. But just know that the goal at the end of the day is to keep going forward. So even if you have to take like a step back today to take 2 steps forward next week, then that might be it. But the goal at the end of the day is to keep going forward and never forget that. So just keep pushing.
Listen, those are
control what you can control.
So Dima put it as a hashtag right there. And Dima, don't worry, man. If anywhere you see Pepe, one thing I can tell you, that if you have your shirt, trust me, he will sign it. He will take a picture. It's not a problem. So he's one of your this is one of your fans as well. So he says that he wants an autograph. Yeah, so it's not a problem, man. Turn up at the game, and I'm very sure you will. So there you go. All right. Control what you can control. I was chuckling earlier because someone says it's better you start Leon Bailey. Because he says chipping not so 100 right now. So start Leon Bailey.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah, you understand me. So yeah, but I mean, listen, thank you so much. I'm very grateful that you came on, because like I said, you're coming from training, had to get home and get yourself ready. Really, really appreciate it. And I think if more youngsters can put in the kind of work and the diligence, and like you said, controlling the things that you can control, then like you, many of them can make that move. Many of them can. It is not impossible to move from the USL and get into the MLS, or to even go to Europe. And if you have done it, then others can. And so I just hope that somebody would listen to this and be inspired, that the youth, like I said, down in Lionel Town, will look at you and hear how you express yourself. That where we come from don't define us. You understand me? We don't have to sound like our past environment. We can sound like the place that we want to be in the future. You understand me? And again, you did some things that maybe others would not do. To leave your family and go to Montego Bay, a different city at that young age. But it worked for you. And sometimes, you have to be willing to take risk for your career to be uplifted and for your career to take off. You can't stay in the confines of the space that you grew up and think like everything is going to work. Sometimes you have to step out of the box, move out of that place, and then step into something, step into the unknown. And those are some of the things that just listening to you, I've heard and know that some of these things people would not have known. They would not have known what happened while you were in Serbia. They just heard that you were in Serbia and you came back. And the first thing they come to them, see him go Serbia and him never make it. But you don't know. Coaching changes after coaching changes after coaching changes. And that's just life. But it didn't set you back. didn't set you back, right? Not being called up, it didn't stop you from working hard. Probably felt ignored when you're having some of what you call your best times, but you kept on working hard, and look where you are right now. So very commendable, man, and all the best tomorrow. I know that Javian is probably on his way over now to Real Salt Lake. As you guys are lined up to play tomorrow, Real Salt Lake versus Vancouver, and you can't afford to lose this game because you could still.
For me, tell us, to be honest, me probably not even play tomorrow because like me pick up like a little knock the other day.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe kind of been like struggling a little bit. So, but we'll see.
Yeah, and that is also difficult. I don't think people also understand, as you brought up, that how sometimes even when you have international duty and then you go back to your club, sometimes how that can even affect your place in the team, and you know all of those little things. And sometimes people don't see the sacrifice that the players even make from that perspective, where you come and represent your country, and sometimes if you get a little knock or if you're tired, you could lose your place in your club, and you have to go back and work hard to get back into the starting level sometimes. And it's so complex and so many different, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Easy, man. Easy as how it looks. As easy as how it looks on the outside.
Yeah. Michael Garden says his money is on you. 10 minutes for the boss. Yeah, that's that way. Yeah. 10 minutes for the boss. All right. What time is the game, Kevon? What time is the game tomorrow? And don't give us the Real Salt Lake time. Give us what time is it there now?
Right now it's 3:55.
Oh, so we just an hour different. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an hour different.
So,
give us your score prediction, Twino.
8:30 Jamaica time tomorrow.
Okay. So then 9:30. Give us your score prediction, Reggae Girls versus Canada. National.
Yeah, make sure the people them go out and support the Reggae Girls.
Talk to the people them, man. Because them now listen to me. They tell the people them to go flip the stadium, man.
Girls need the support just as much, So make sure we go out and we support the Reggae Girls. Full up the stadium. If we can, full up the stadium. We'll watch it at home. But make sure.
No, man, no, what can I watch out?
No, me say if they can make it, and everybody can make it. But once they can go, you go on and support the girls because they need the support. They need the support and make sure we push them and help them to get this win because we're all a part of it. We're all one. We're all family. So make sure we go out and support the girls in however way we can.
All right. What's your score prediction?
I know. A 1-0. Give them a little Bob Marley.
All right. Well, say one Bob Marley. All right. I predict 2 still. You understand me?
One love.
See, yeah.
Them a one love.
All right. So there you go, people. Kevon Lambert, you understand me? He's the one who has the access card to the diplomatic corps in the national team if you want to roll with the diplomats. And what that means is that when the team travels, they don't go through the regular lines or the regular things.
We don't go through customs.
They don't go through customs because they're treated like diplomats. They go through. So he's the man, Pepe, they call him as well, CDM centre back. And I see one last question from O'Neill Darkins asking, who is your favorite reggae girl?
Bonnie.
Okay. All right. All right, there you go. So bless up, Pepe. Take care. Get some rest. And yeah, and then we'll talk, man. We'll talk. You understand me? If not for the rest of this month. All
right, my boss. Yeah, man. Blessings, man. Every time. I appreciate you for having me. So, much
man,
love.
it was a pleasure, man, and all the people are happy that you're here. So, but big up your fans and thing, and then you can just, yeah.
Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody that checked in, everybody that's supporting me, who's been supporting me from the get-go, from the start of my career to the end. People who have came in at some point, but they've been supporting. So whoever has been supporting me at any point, I appreciate you guys and much love.
Yeah, man, blessed, man. All right, cool. Someone
Much
see you sound
love.
like Agent Sasko. Someone see you sound like Busy Signal. No.
Much love to everybody, man. Much love to my family. Big up to my family, my friends, So everybody that's helped me along this path, along this journey, all my coaches, all my teammates. So, much love to
Yeah,
everybody.
man. All right, then. So there you go, people. The one and only Kevon, Pepe, Lambert, a.k.a. the head of the diplomatic corps, diplomatic immunity. They want to travel with it. All right, Pepe, blessings and thank you,
All right,
man.
my boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Every time. All right, so there you go, people. Our interview with Kevon Lambert. Hope you enjoyed the time. If you're watching this on the replay, I mean, you will enjoy it. Lots of good things, lots of positive, lots of words of encouragement and direction to some youngsters. I want to thank every single one of you for being a part of this. That is what we do. We try to help you to know the players because sometimes we cast aspersions and make judgment. When we don't fully understand the whole story. Very smart, intelligent, well articulate young man. And so we're grateful that we're seeing this side of the football and this side of our players. Again, we encourage you to go out to the Reggae Girls game. Don't miss it. Rain or shine. All right, bring your umbrella. You understand me? Yeah, and check it out. Again, hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. Thanks to every single person for joining. Thanks for every person who liked the video, for all the comments, even the ones we didn't get to post, all the questions, Dwight for calling in, every super chat, every super sticker. Thank you so much. All right. Also want to remind you that there is a membership. You can become a member of I Am Sure Sports and you'll get special perks and stuff when you do that. It's not a lot. You can sign up and be a member. It is still Super Friday. So while we're on, you can still give a super sticker, a super chat, or a super thank. Remember, this has been since June that we have not been able to do this. So many of you have been asking what happened. It is up right now and working. So make sure you continue to support the channel. I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, when it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New This. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocherase, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.